Hey, tea sippers. Hey, tea sippers. Hey, tea sippers. What it do? What it do? What it do? What's happening? What's happening? So, I'm chiming in because, a few more new photos popped up. And I think they kind of have made a date. Our Turning Point executive or spokesperson has tried to act like they ready to meet with the B, Candace. And also, is Ghislaine Maxwell trying to ask for, what is she doing? She is demanding a new plea. Y'all, what's going on? All of a sudden, pictures, videos. Now she firing attorneys that done worked out deals for her to be at the Taj Mahal, and she wants a new plea. She ain't happy with the outcome. I guess she thought she'd be out now. What? They didn't tell her all of this stuff was gonna start unfolding. She feels a little entitled. So we gonna check on that. We gonna listen to that. But these pictures, I don't know if it's just showing who some of the bigger wigs and other people that they entertain. And I guess we need to be prepared. Make some mental notes. Where my little stand? Where my glasses? Yeah, there go my little old Blu-ray glasses. I cannot believe I done got this far with 20/20 vision, and now I need glasses. That's hard for me to process, y'all. I ain't gonna even lie, but I guess I wouldn't. I was wanting too much for too long. Anyway, so yeah, let's check out some of these other folks that's been on these planes and stuff like this. These are some new pictures. Now we've seen him in the footsies, but was she playing with his feet? Oh no, it looked like she was trying to show her tits. So I guess this is another picture other than when she was playing footsies with him and shit. Cause this right here look like she got her hands on her shirt. She got both her hands on her shirt. And she looked like she trying to flashlight. Stoplight. Ain't that both her hands? There go one, there go the other. She trying to flash. And he turning his head. Hold on, I ain't ready for you to change the picture yet, boo boo. Now take that ass back. Nope. He ain't trying to see it, and he ain't either. This is the French model agent. Okay, so maybe we have seen this one at a different time. This is, okay, so he mysteriously was unalive the same way he was unalive. His went down in New York. His went down in Paris. Paris. Yeah, he had a fake modeling agency. He also sent Maxwell, like, I don't remember the number, several females for his birthday. For the weekend. Yeah. Him. He was found, dangling. I don't know, cause I don't know how he was dangling. But yeah, I don't know. But the same way he supposedly left is how he left. Hell, we need to be looking at both of them to see if we can ever spot their asses in Israel, cause they can flee and go over there and be protected. But this chick right here, she went from playing footsies to trying to show them tits. She was horny. And here we go again. Somebody about to get laid down on a plane. Did we hear old Trumpet acting like, on the plane? I was on the plane. Who would ever get screwed on the plane? That's what y'all do. Yeah, so y'all can't pinpoint a city and state of where it goes down when you want to on Mad Day. How about that? Yeah. So he wasn't trying to see it. He wasn't trying to see it. But her drunk ass looked like she was trying to get freaky and get funky. Yeah. Tipsy, freaky, funky. Because she not playing footsies. She playing tootsies. Okay? And this is Maxwell and Epstein with new disgrace, with now disgraced French model agent Jean-Luc Brunel. Okay. She's showing tootsies. She not playing footsies. She is showing tootsies. Yeah, she want a twosome, a threesome. She trying to take them both down, y'all, on the plane. Lolita Express. She was trying to get her a quickie from Epstein and a Jean-Luc. Some freaky folks. Let's go. Now, we seen this one. It says Epstein in the center. That's him. There go Gates. He got a wig on. He wigging it with Bill Gates. At Jeffrey Manhattan Mansion in 2011. He look a little familiar, but I don't know who he is. Yeah. Yeah, do he do that drag stuff? Did he forget to take off his wig? They say Bill Gates may be related to Maxine. Now, Ghislaine Maxwell. On his mama's side. Is that his mama's wig? I see why your wife left you. Yeah, you was too comfortable with men and wigs and shit. No, rooted by get out. Stacy's voice, hello. Don't tell me what to do. I ain't said nothing about black or white. I said, where you get racist from? Get out. Hey, Janet. I wanted to switch this to my thumbnail. Yeah. Two freakies. Freaky Deaky, Freaky Deek, and Maxwell. So Weinstein, Epstein, Maxwell visiting Prince Andrew, daughter Beatrice, 18th birthday celebration in 2006. Dang, y'all adults go to an 18-year-old, a teenager's birthday party? Was it a masquerade? I mean, what was it? What type of party was this? Yeah, okay, let's go. Yeah, let me. Yeah, same type of background, same type of, charges. Same old. It's the brotherhood and the sisterhood, I guess. Girlfriendhood. I don't know. I don't know. It's too culty for me. I can't understand none of this mess. But there you go. Lord. And baby, here go another Billy, Bubba, Maxwell, Epstein, and President Bill Clinton at the White House in 1993. Now, let's be truthful. She is looking at him in awe. They are looking at him the same way Lewinsky was looking at him. Yeah. And they both are. I ain't gonna even lie. The same way that Trumpet, Donica Lewinsky was looking at him. They was looking at him in awe. It's like everybody be in love with Billy. I mean, look at him. Look at him. Look how they looking at him. Well, I think I had heard she tried to get at Billy. But he looking like he want him too. Don't he? He fantasizing. Both of them fantasizing. This freaky couple right here is fantasizing over Bubba. Bubba was turning their asses out in the White House, wasn't he? Billy, was you the freakiest president? I mean, you turning them all out. They was all in awe with you. Yeah. Look at them. Let's go. Lord. Y'all hit the like button. Double tap the screen. Double tap the face of the screen. Double tap the face of the screen if you're using your phone. Double tap the face of the screen on your phone. If you're not on your phone, use the three dots at the top right. Hit it. Hit it. Oh, I'm gonna rock right now. I'm finna shut it down. That's that guy that resigned, ain't he? Jeffrey Epstein at the table with former Treasury Secretary Larry Summers in 2004. Oh, this is the same year that Trump was going down on Bubba. Mm-hmm. That's the Woody Woodpecker. And his little daughter, is it his daughter? Or his girlfriend? Or is his aide? Where was you taking? I was going on a field trip. You was taking them on a field trip. He grabbing on her like she can't run away. What? But Woody Allen, yeah, we knew about Woody before we knew about anybody, huh? Epstein walking with film director Woody Allen. Diplomat Turgid Rod Larson at 2013. That's a young girl. That's a baby girl. She looked like, she kind of looked like that Katie girl when she was little. Katie Johnson. Is that Katie Johnson? Yeah, she looked like the Katie Johnson girl. So, did you pimp her out? To the diplomat? Yeah, this looked like the one who said that Trump wanted her because she looked like his daughter. Diplomat. I cut that music out. Oh yeah, we've seen this one umpteen thousand times in 97. We seen this one too in Mar-a-Lago, but she sure looked dirty in the face. She, on this picture, she looked green. She looked dirty in the face, or like she tried to cover up some bruises or something. If you get up on her, her face looked dirty to me. Is she green? Is she olive? Let me see if I take the background. Y'all can see what I'm talking about. Because she look green on this picture to me. It don't show it. But she... we seen this one. Melania. Now, on this one...
Gift of adventure at Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's. Your adventure starts here.
Listening to my readers is the best way to evolve my business and see what it is that they are.
Now, okay, so Bill Clinton and Ghislaine Maxwell boarding a plane probably in 1990. However, it don't say Lolita Express. So who plane were they boarding together? And where was Epstein? Where was Epstein? It don't say Lolita Express. It don't say Air Force One. And where was her dude? And where was your wife? Bill was getting around, wasn't he? Epstein with the current Saudi crown, Prince Mohammed bin Salman. It almost looked like he was kind of in love with him. Why you got him on the table, the family table, you know? Yeah, but there go that Saudi connect. Saudi. Now they killed me. Why they blocking them? Okay, so this is Epstein together with billionaire Les Wexner, who owns Victoria's Secret, with a redacted person in 2003. I wonder, was it a victim? Because they didn't redact that other little girl. That girl that looked like Katie. They didn't redact her with Woody Allen. Her. Why did they not redact her with the diplomat? British billionaire Sir Richard Branson laughing with Epstein. That don't look like Epstein, do it? In the 2000s. Prince Harry. Why they moving so fast? Yeah, Epstein attending a party with Trump, Melania, and Prince Andrew at a club in Mar-a-Lago in 2000. Ooh, he don't look the same at all. Tony Randall in the 90s. That's when her eye was a little cocked, wasn't it? Or was she drunk? Was she tipsy? Her eyes look a little cocked. Was she cockeyed? Was she cockeyed? Or was she Google? Just Google? Not cockeyed? She look a little cockeyed. And hell, is he alive? Is he just sitting there? Y'all double tap the face of the screen. Double tap. Wake him up. Just double tap. It's free. Don't cost you nothing. Double tap the face of the screen. Get the likes up. I hit the 3 dots at the top right. And what was he doing there? Oh, this was that billionaire's party. She look cuckoo caca. Cuckoo caca caca caca. So the frame photo of Epstein. Okay. Maxwell and the Cuban leader Fidel Castro in 2003. They were on Lolita. Andrew and him in Central Park 2011. Was the Pope involved too? 2003. Elon. So it says Maxwell and Elon attend the Vanity Fair Oscar party in West Hollywood, California, 2014. Elon. Federal grand jury in Norfolk, Virginia refused to indict New York AG for rejecting the Department to refile the case just 10 days after. Oh, okay, so they got denied a retrial. Good. It was a waste of time anyway. Waste of taxpayers' money. He can find a way to waste our money, can't he? Shout out to the courts in Virginia. Yeah, that's a pretty dress, but Elon. You tell on them, then you get back together with them. They sure be acting like scorn of females. But I guess Elon say you try to blackmail me, I'ma blackmail you. You tell on me, I'ma tell on you. We very much tit for tat. What you do to me, I'ma do to you. Okay. Let's go. That's a pretty purple, though. It's pretty dress. I'm gonna give her that. Michael Bolton. Michael, I hope you was just a performer that day. Yeah, but no, I think somebody said something about you before. But I hope you was just when I say performing, like, like the guest singer. not performing, you know. So here, yeah, we have Epstein again. It says Epstein talked with former Treasury Secretary Larry Summers at Harvard University at 2004. I'm gonna say he kind of favored Charlie from the side, but I guess his nose a little too long. I guess, I don't know. Yeah, y'all, they sure be looking at each other like they be in love with him, don't they? They just be looking hard, like all in their eyes. Why they smiling at each other? Goo-goo eyes and stuff. I just don't get it, Lord. Did Epstein ever marry? Yeah, we done seen this one a million times. Was this girl Ghislaine? Okay, so stop. Stop the brakes, pump the brakes, pump the brakes. Hell, was he sick here? Or did he just go on? I mean, did Billy Bubba get sick? Was that? So Ghislaine Maxwell was at Chelsea Clinton's wedding with Bill Clinton walking her down the aisle in 2010. Interesting. Now, what did Ghislaine Maxwell say about the Clintons? She mentioned how close she was to them. Yeah. She was definitely in the house. Interesting. But Bill Clinton looked sick. Come on. That looked like a man. Oh, British MP Blair cabinet member Peter Mandelson in a white, it says, dressing gown. Just call it a robe with Epstein, probably in the 2000s. Why you gotta make it seem like it's a dressing gown? Ain't that a robe? But why he outside with a robe? Look like ain't nothing on up under there. And he... Ooh, man. Let's go. Epstein far right. Oh, okay, yeah. With Prince Andrew and other royals heading to the royal escort race in the 2000s. So this got to be Fergie, huh? It don't give her name, but didn't Fergie introduce them? whole organized child predator, money laundering, extortion, criminal enterprise. All of them, male and female. Male and female. Jeffrey Epstein with Professor Alan Dershowitz. Okay. Ooh. Because that girl looked like she could be a teen in the back. Her. So Maxwell having a dinner with Calvin Klein, founder of Calvin Klein 2009. Hey, Mrs. Tom. Epstein with future Norwegian businesswoman Selena Maldelfort, who now owns beauty and care business. This was in 1997. Epstein and Maxwell with Gwendolyn Beck, who later ran for Congress with financial support from Epstein in 1995. Thank you, Mrs. Tom. What is going on with their eyes? He looked cloned. She do too. Hey, D. Weaver. All perverts. Absolutely, I agree. Every last one of them. Epstein with Mayor Roshan, who is the editor-in-chief of Hollywood Reporter, 2005. I know they hate they got caught with these old photos. She looked young. From back in the day. I know they hating right about now. Yeah, everybody there. Thank you, Janet. She got on a little jacket and t-shirt. She look young. Pretty girl. Bless her heart. You got a bald head great grandpa over there in the back. He looked like a kid back there too. Hey, Mysterious Eyes. Thank you. Epstein conversed with Professor Marvin Minsky, known as the father of artificial intelligence, in 2004. Yeah, Trump playing Monica. Don't make me pull it out, D. Weaver. You know, all I need is a chance and an opportunity. I will pull it out. Oh, well, dang, that's what he did, right? He pulled it out. Him pulled it out. Absolutely. He was pulling it out. He said, let me see that thing. 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 Yeah. Yeah. You know, all I need. Yeah. I don't know who Fact Daddy is right here. He looked thick. But they was fooling with artificial intelligence in 2001. Let me see that thing. Shocked me, but not surprised. Yep. Got it. Pull out. Okay, let's see who these folk are. Yeah. Epstein attending a billionaire dinner with various businessmen. Not shown in the photo is Jeff Bezos, who also attended in 1999. But baby girl right here, she look young. Hold on, let me take this down. Little thing. Now they say Bill ain't no little thing. They say his pickle is impressive for a white boy. I mean a white man. I mean, you know, white chocolate. I don't know who he is, but there you go. QI. Some shit from the Mo 3 sector. Bill has a deal. Hey, QI. How you doing? Hey, QI. Glad to see you over here at the Tea Palace. Welcome. Everybody say hey to QI. She's from the Mo 3 sector. Yes, indeed, Haunty. Yes, indeed. Welcome. Oh, you be here all the time. You just didn't pop down. Okay, well, that's cool. Great. Awesome. I'm glad to know that. Yeah, so now you have been officially introduced. Yes, and y'all, she know Laquita. She know Laquita. Oh, okay, so former Barnes and Nobles CFO Steve Regios on a billionaire dinner with Epstein, 1999. 1999. Don't you want to go? 1999. Don't you want to go? Facts, I know the whole story. Laquita's in rehab. She left today. Okay, so there go Epstein. So Epstein and with Ted. Who was Ted? TED Talks founder, of Laurelstein attending a billionaire's dinner in 1999. Don't you want to go? Who in the back, y'all? Keep your eyes open for that back crowd. Check out the back crowd just in case I miss somebody. Oh, she is not. Oh, she is not what? The indoctrinator. I don't know Ted. I don't know Ted. Anybody in the back we need to? Sir, why you raising your hand like you finna pop somebody? What you doing? What you doing? You. Yeah, I got my eye on you. I got my eye on you. Okay, we can move on. Oh, okay. Epstein and Maxwell with New York socialite Carol Mass attending an event in New York. Now, I think Carol Mack, is that the one? Oh, I don't want to say if she the one. I don't want to call out that situation if this is not her. Espresso, Amazon. I don't know. It didn't say Amazon. I can go back and look. Is this the one that was pregnant? Is her husband into politics? Mac. I don't know if that's her or not. Hey, Vicky. Be right back. Okay. Is she not the one who husband is in politics and they was sharing? He let her, do the do with Virginia. Why? Because she was pregnant. She wanted to watch, and the kids was home, and that ain't her, is it? I don't know who. I don't remember which one was. That's. This wasn't him, I don't think. Let me see. He British. No, that ain't him. That's Alan Dershowitz. I don't remember seeing the Amazon attached to nothing. Editor-in-Chief, Hollywood Report. Is this him? It's Professor. I don't. How far back was that man's name? Let me see. Bezos, Jeff. It just says with various businessmen. It didn't say where he's from, but it's Jeff Bezos. Yeah. Oh, that was him. Or maybe it's him. I don't know. That's Barnes and Nobles. Y'all better stay up out of there. Bez. It's Bez. B-E-Z. Bezos. B-E-Z. First name Jeff. Oh, child. Okay. Now, and you the doctor one day and the English teacher the next. How many dang degrees do you have? I mean, you want me to be politically correct? You know I don't. Miss Tom, what you on? What you on? Miss Tom, what you on? Now I'm not gonna pronounce none of their names. How about that? Family English teacher. Lord, girl, get up out of here. What you doing? You an English teacher? Oh, child, no. I like doctor. I like the doctor, the nurse, the chiropractor, the holistic doc. I like that, Mrs. Tom. I'm down with that. Doctor, you know, and you know, yeah, give me that one. That asked me, you ain't even asked me how I ate today. You up here trying to tell me how to pronounce some stuff. You ain't checked on my well-being or nothing. I ain't gonna tell you, because I may not say yes correctly or no correctly. Yeah, I just ate. Okay, then it's his birthday. Now, why you only got a man here with you celebrating your birthday? Peter Mandelson. Iced tea, baby. Vanilla ice, baby. Vanilla ice, baby. Now, why he only got a man here with him celebrating his birthday in Paris, in his Paris apartment? Oh my God, where he gonna put that icing? I mean, I'm just saying. I said, there they go. They too freaky for me. They too private for me. They too 101, looking at each other in their eyes and type stuff. Come on, get on off of that. Yeah. Okay, I don't think I saw this one. Who is Epstein with billionaire Pepe? I ain't gonna even try to say the last name because I'm gonna mess it up. How about that? Fanjul and Leon Black attended the film premiere in New York, 05. Now, I will say this. He be around more men than women. Pepe Le Pew. Sick. Absolutely. Yes. Yeah. Pepe Le Pew. Yeah, they serve a lot of men, you know. Lord. And baby, where your hair? I mean, ooh, when I tell you, when they go bald, don't they? And don't ever want to cut it off. Cut that off. Cut that off. And I'm gonna be Kojak with it. Pepe Le Pew. Pepe Le Pew. Now, who are you? Okay, media mogul, Rupert Murdoch. Is that him? It's still moving. Let me stop it. Is that Rupert Murdoch? Yeah, please hit the like button for me. And the tea. Yeah, Murdoch attending a dinner honoring inspirational one. Who is inspirational in 2010? Who is inspirational? Who inspirational? Ain't nothing inspirational about this crime family, organized crime, child trafficking and graping, grooming and ooming. You know? Yeah, what's inspirational? A dinner honoring inspirational women in 2010. Baby. Lost an earring. Oh, so. Weaver, you sure be on it, don't you? Now, what was you doing? Your lipstick gone, your nose all, you got some on the tip of your nose? Girl, did Did you leave a stain on your nose? Was you down there blowing the trumpet? Was you an inspiration down there? Was you down? Did you go down on Rupert? He got a certain type of grin on his face. He said, I was inspired today. That performance was amazing. I left you with a little something on the tip of your nose. And I got your earring for when I was grabbing your head and making it stand still. Don't move no more. Here it come. Here it come. A little souvenir. A little something for me to remember you by. And a little something for you to remember me. I left it right there on the tip of your nose with your nosy ass. A little tramp stamp. Oh my goodness, what am I gonna do with y'all? Yeah, let's take a picture so you will be able to go back and remember the kinky fun we had in the restroom. Yeah, the earring fell off in my hand when I was about to have a send-off. The rocket was about to take off. And since you didn't have no hair for me to grab, I just grabbed a hold of your ears, and one of them earrings fell off. She was supposed to be sipping the tea. Yeah, he left a little something on the nose. Lord, with your little old freaking nasty self. Lord, these people here. What? Oh, she was inspirational. What, Mr. Murdoch? She earned her award. Oh, okay. He said you earned your award that night. Ghislaine. Lord, these people here. Oh, Lord. I don't think I ever lost it. Have y'all lost any earrings? Woo, Lord. Now, who are you? I know you. Okay, who are you? Oh, Lord. Maxwell sitting on a throne with actor Kevin Spacey at the Buckingham Palace, reportedly invited by Prince Andrew in 2002. Lord, see, you the one that got our boy being questioned. What's his name? Chris Tucker. Yeah, Spacey. So you was all up in the Chris in the palace with this freak here. Oh, Spacey, you was in deep. If it ain't the White House, it's the Manhattan apartment. If it ain't the Manhattan apartment, it's the White House. It's the Buckingham Palace. You all over the place. If it wasn't the Buckingham Palace, you was on the plane, the Lolita Express to Africa. Lord, running up. Oh. Now what type of souvenir did you get, Spacey? Lord, Let's go. What's next? What's next? Come on. He not Prince no more. He is not the Prince no more. He done got super duper stripped. Look at Bill. Look at what? Why they do a Bill like that? Why they do him like that? I'm just a Bill. Yes, I'm only a Bill. And I'm sitting here on Capitol Hill. Yeah, didn't Spacey just go to court for... Oh, but there you go. That will be why. Okay, so let's now move over to why Ghislaine is firing her attorney and saying, I need a new plea deal because some things is moving. They shifting gears. And ridiculous and insulting Epstein victims attorney. Yeah, let's see. What? She demanding a new plea deal. Y'all come on now. While we switch gears. While we switch gears. And double tap the face of your screen. Tap it up, tap it up, tap it up, tap it up. Tap it up. Tap it up. Tap, 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 tap. Don't make me find a beat. I was finna find a beat on y'all. Y'all didn't hear that? I was finna find a beat, baby. Oh, yes, indeed. Yeah, now, Mrs. Tom, I ain't gonna do that to you. I ain't gonna do that to you. Because, baby, I done ate, but you didn't ask me what I eat. What did I eat? And I done ate some red beans and rice. I don't think I like that picture, but carry on. I'll stick with this one. It's all right. I'll work with that. Let's listen, y'all. But y'all need to tap it up, tap it up, tap it up, tap it up.
Convicted sex trafficker and Jeffrey Epstein co-conspirator Ghislaine Maxwell says she plans to ask a judge to release her from prison. She is also looking to stop the release of the grand jury transcripts. A new letter submitted by her lawyer claims Maxwell would suffer. Epstein co-conspirator Ghislaine.
This heifer show thinks she entitled, don't she?
Sex trafficker and Jeffrey Epstein co-conspirator Ghislaine Maxwell says she plans to ask a judge to release her from prison. She is also looking to stop the release of the grand jury transcripts.
And do what to the victims? What's your plan for the victims? You think that you're entitled to walk amongst the victims who have not gotten justice? And some of them you laid down and they said that you raped them worse than the men. And you think that you should be free. Hey, L. Taylor. Give it to the victims. Yeah, let the victims take her to that deserted island and whoop her. Beep. Huh? Yeah, all of them get a chance to take her ass to the same island and have they wait with her the same way she had the way with them. Only that to be justice. And can't nobody rescue her. Just like nobody was able to rescue them young girls. Yeah, and let them have a little fun. Yeah. Yeah. And see if she make it out. Yeah, let's see if she purge her ass. How about that? How about that? How about that? Every last one of them get a chance to have their way. I don't think you'll make it out. I don't think you make it out. But you need a treatment, though. You damn sure need a treatment because you feel entitled. You're too damn entitled for me. All y'all elite criminals, pedos. Yeah. Blood drinkers and Yes, sacrificing, Zionists and Ionists. Yeah. Pro-Israel. All that stupid, crazy stuff. Trying to rewrite history, making y'all own rules and regulations. Thinking folk going back into slavery with this making America great again. Making America gonna get your ass whooped. That's what that right there. Yeah. I just know one thing is for sure. Things ain't going down like y'all think. I'm gonna tell you that shit now. If you really want to know on a collective why we so calm, cool, and collected. Yeah, I'm just trying to tell you, you better listen to AunTeaFee. It ain't gonna go down like you think. I'm gonna tell you that shit now. You better off being our friend than our enemies. But since we know we can't trust you, do y'all do what y'all do. But I'm gonna tell you now, it ain't gonna go down like y'all think. I'm gonna just tell y'all that shit now. I'm gonna tell you that shit now. Them days is over, boo. We can struggle by ourselves, but y'all ain't pulling us in none of that shit, and we ain't going off into them fields. Tell you that shit now. Baby, we can be on beans, red beans, black-eyed peas, and cornbread. You can try to starve us out if you want to. You gonna learn today. That shit ain't gonna work. That shit ain't gonna work. But that's listen.
Transcripts. A new letter submitted by her lawyer claims Maxwell would suffer severe harm if those records are publicized, something the justice...
If the records would be publicized, she would suffer, and she don't think she needs to suffer. This is some crazy shit, y'all. Did y'all hear that? Let me hush. She said she would suffer. Baby, the survivors. Yes, we are survivors, Janet. Let me hush so we can hear this with our good ear. Let me take me down so y'all can see what your good eye. I'm finna call her an ugly name, and Laquita went to a rehab today. So, ooh, hush.
Conspirator Ghislaine Maxwell says she plans to ask a judge to release her from prison. She's also looking to stop the release of the grand jury transcripts. A new letter submitted by her lawyer claims Maxwell would suffer severe harm if those records are publicized, something the Justice Department is petitioning the court to do amid the mounting pressure to release all of the Epstein files. Joining me now is Eric Vidali, a partner and managing attorney at the Bloom firm who represents 11 Epstein survivors. Eric, welcome. So it is not clear what legal grounds Maxwell will argue in her plea for release, but will she have a strong case to make?
I hope not. I certainly don't know of any grounds that would allow a convicted child sex trafficker who is already in a minimum security resort-style prison to be released from prison.
Maxwell will argue in her plea for release, but will she have a strong case to make?
I hope not. I certainly don't know of any grounds that would allow a convicted child sex trafficker who is already in a minimum security resort-style prison to be released from prison. I'm unfamiliar with any authority that would give her the grounds, and frankly, I think it's ridiculous. I think it's insulting. I think it's appalling that she's continuing to interfere, that she's continuing to try to get more and more.
It's insulting, very insulting. You have no regards to the victims, none. DoorDash and puppies. This heifer eating better than us. I mean, you know what I mean. How you locked up in federal prison and you have DoorDash and a puppy? Wow.
For the grounds, and frankly, I think it's ridiculous. I think it's insulting. I think it's appalling that she's continuing to interfere, that she's continuing to try to get more and more special treatment. I mean, Ghislaine Maxwell is probably the most nicely treated convicted child sex trafficker I've ever heard of. I don't know of any other convicted child sex traffickers who are allowed to play with puppies and are getting special meals in their, minimum security resort. So frankly, I think she should just, shut up really and just sit behind bars and wait out the rest of her sentence.
Well, I'm going to say, Eric, that your sentiment is not.
Sit down and shut up.
Feel the same way. So what would compel her to do
Hey,
this?
naturally, Narlins.
Is not alone. There are a lot of people who feel the same way. So what would compel her?
Sit behind bars and wait out the rest of her sentence.
You need to sit down and shut up before I send Rebecca May in your cell room and beat your beep. Yeah. Yeah, you need to shut up. Hell you think you are? These entitled criminals, and then have the nerve to talk about some law and order, and they steady breaking the law. But that law and order wasn't meant for them, it was meant for us. That's why they think it's okay for them to break the law. It's crazy ass people.
Well, I'm going to say, Eric, that your sentiment is not alone. There are a lot of people who feel the same way. So what would compel her to do this? Is it a level of hubris? Is it that she has some sort of an idea that someone in the administration would say, you know what, you've paid your dues to society, we're going to let you go?
I think it's a combination of...
Yeah, because Trump started pardoning people.
Who appears to be very entitled. I was at her criminal trial, and I recall her defense attorney in their opening statement compared Jeffrey Epstein to James Bond 007. I mean, it's almost as if her and her team live in this alternate reality where either they truly believe she did nothing wrong or are unwilling to admit it. It's really baffling where she gets this sort of sense of entitlement, thinks that she should be getting this special
007,
thinks that she should be interfering with, the grand jury and the release of files and the release of documents. It's so insulting and re-victimizing to the survivors. Frankly, myself and them are sick of hearing about her. But to your other point, when Donald Trump was asked, he would consider a pardon. Any person with reasonable common sense would think the answer would just be, of course not. She's a convicted child sex trafficker. Why would I pardon her? But he didn't say that. He said, I think, I'm paraphrasing, I'll look into it, which left the door open. Again, appalling, re-victimizing, baffling. But perhaps she's sort of hanging on to those, that lack of commitment from Donald Trump, that maybe if she keeps pressing, keeps keeping herself in the news, keeps, doing things that align with this administration's efforts, then maybe she will get a pardon.
What do you make of her claim that the grand jury records could cause her harm? Could that hold up a release of the transcripts?
I mean, I'm going to say this with as much, sarcasm as I can. Poor Ghislaine Maxwell. Ghislaine Maxwell is a convicted child sex trafficker. She's in prison. She doesn't deserve any more protection. She has lost her rights. She's a convicted child sex offender. I know I keep repeating that, but just the thought that she continues to interfere, there may be some grounds where there could be some sort of information, but nothing that would overcome the burden, in my opinion. Nothing that would overcome the burden that the public deserves to see these documents, that the public has the right and the survivors have the right for these documents to be released so that the public, the media, and the survivors can see what went on here. Ghislaine Maxwell does not deserve the right to keep anything private.
And speaking of what we've seen, we did get the new photos and video documentation yesterday of Epstein's Island and are expecting some documents as well from JP Morgan and Deutsche Bank soon. Talk about the importance of the new information when it comes to the survivors' fight for justice, Eric.
Yeah, obviously, as I've been stating multiple times, the more exposure, the more information, the more documents are released, the better for the survivor, so there can be true exposure, accountability, justice, and closure. But these latest release of documents, sort of these haunting pictures and these...
Whoa. Okay, they may be showing a few I haven't seen. Hold on, because I don't remember seeing this. So just in case they showing some new pictures. I don't remember this. Let me back it up a little bit. Y'all need for y'all to double tap the face of the phone. Get the likes up. Double tap. the face of your phone, or use the, if you're on your computer, use those three dots at the top right. Get the likes up. Come on.
Morgan and Deutsche Bank soon.
Get the likes
Talk about
up.
the importance of the new information when it comes to the survivors' fight for justice, Eric.
Yeah, obviously, as I've been stating multiple times, the more...
Now, I asked you nicely to get the likes up. Double tap the face of your phone if you're listening in with your good eavesdropping ear. Double tap. Or use your computer, the three dots at the top on your computer. Yeah, I'm looking at you. Double tap the face of your phone if you're listening in with your good ear, with your good eavesdropping ass ear. Or use the dots at the top right and double tap them to get to the like button. But the quicker you get there, the quicker it can drop down to 10 people. I wouldn't give a rat's behind. Get the likes up. With your good eavesdropping ear. Y'all can hop out and hop in if you want to. I'm still going to expect for the like button to go up. So double tap. Act like you double tap it. And just get it up. Let's go. The taps are free. It don't cost you nothing. You ain't got no money in your bank account, no way. So just double tap the face of the screen. How about that? I'm sure I got more in my accounts than you have in yours. So double tap. I'll kill me being trifling.
Exposure, the more information, the more documents are released, the better. Deserves to see these documents, that the public has the right and the survivors have the right for these documents to be released so that the public, the media, and the survivors can see what went on here. Ghislaine Maxwell does not deserve the right to keep anything private.
And speaking of what we've seen, we did get the new photos and video documentation yesterday of Epstein's Island and are expecting some documents as well from JP Morgan and Deutsche Bank soon. Talk about the importance of the new information when it comes to the survivors' fight for justice, Eric.
Yeah, obviously, as I've been stating multiple times, the more exposure, the more information, the more documents are released, the better for the survivors, so there can be true exposure, accountability, justice, and closure. But these latest release of documents, sort of these haunting pictures and these eerie, almost like horror movie-like videos of this isolated island. And, my hope is that it allows the public to really understand what these women went through, what the real horrors of being on that island must have been like for these.
Thank you, South Carolina, SC Hurricane, for the hot cocoa. Thank you.
He had there. My hope is that the release of these.
Thank you, Miss Tom. Don't be an ASS.
And almost feel and trapped there, isolated from the rest of the world. The real horrors of being on that island must have been like for these poor women trapped there, isolated from the rest of the world in this, almost villain-like compound that he had there. My hope is that the release of these videos, being able to see.
It's funny how he said a villain type, because I don't know, because when I was just looking, let me show you. I was looking at this like they could be held. Captive, kind of like in each one of these, facilities. It could have been a whole, Yeah, man. I just don't like none of that. That is just so messed up. And there was no way off the island. Wow.
Soon. Talk about the importance of the new information when it comes to the survivors' fight for justice, Eric.
And she
Yeah,
thinks she
as I've
deserved to
been
get
saying
out.
multiple times, the more exposure, the more information, the more documents are released, the better for the survivor. So there can be true exposure, accountability, justice, and closure. But these latest release of documents, sort of these haunting pictures and these eerie, almost like horror movie-like videos of this isolated island. My hope is that it allows the public to really understand what these women went through. What the real horrors of being on that island must have been like for these poor women trapped there, isolated from the rest of the world in this, almost villain-like compound that he had there. My hope is that the release of these videos, being able to see really with our own eyes and almost feel the creepiness and the horror of what that island was like, will really allow the public to identify more with the survivors of Jeffrey Epstein.
Violators will be prosecuted. How? If this was your island, so the prosecuted would be at their discretion. I catch you on my island, they'll never find you. You'll never leave. I'm gonna lock you up, chain you up, whatever. Oh wow, this is just, oh my God, I just cannot imagine being on an island and there's no way off the island. Where you gonna run? Where you gonna run? Hell, even if you can swim, how long is the swim? And what's out in the water gonna eat you up before you get someplace safe? You can't scream. I mean, you can, but can't nobody hear you. It is an absolute nightmare. You think you going to an island to have fun for the weekend, hanging out with some of the girls? Remind me of Alcatraz, yeah? Yeah, and it's like, oh shit. I just thought you told me we was just going to hang out. And I can't even call my family and tell them where I'm at. I don't even know where I am. Oh my God. And this heifer thinks that she deserves to be let go, and then she is petitioning for the evidence not to be presented because it'll put her in danger. Well, what the hell did you do to the kids? You put them in danger. It's gonna put you in harm's way. You scared somebody gonna beat that ass. Rightfully so. Yeah, I agree. I think that they need to be able to bring her back to this island, and every last one of her victims need to get a chance to heal and face their predator and allow them to have their way on an island where there is nobody to stop them. Come back and get us in a week. Yeah. Come back and get us. We need to talk face to face to her for a week to get some healing up in here. Y'all ready to heal? Yeah. Yeah, heal. And I think that's the best healing, since she wants to be out. Yeah, let her ass out to come to this island and face every last one of her victims. Yeah, all authorities leave. Come back in a week. Yeah. And let her get a feel of how they felt. Yeah.
Find more with the survivors of Jeffrey Epstein, maybe even provide more empathy for them, because there's been a little bit of like a memification and a lot of joking about Jeffrey Epstein. And I hope these videos and pictures, really show the dark and really serious side of what went on there.
And listen, I hope
I
that
think they
these
too
videos
will too.
I guess
Mary.
any of the Epstein survivors going to launch backward from all of this. Eric Fidali, thank you so much.
Okay, what? I think it was one more, but y'all need to get the likes up. Grand jury declined to indict New York. So so they get no victory. This is not what I wanted to play, but let me go ahead and play it because it's right here. They get no victory.
$150 to $50 by
They lost.
My friends laughed at
With
me when I
Comey
spent $49 on
and Letitia James. So the people who was in my back comments that I didn't allow to go forth, you better be glad I'm in a good mood and don't want to feel like putting your ass on blast, telling me I'm gonna be crying when Letitia James go to jail. Yeah, the ones who said what goes around comes around. Yeah, y'all want to laugh with me? I kept them back there on purpose. I didn't want to forget about them. When the day of rejoicing come forth, I was going to do the old church song. What a day of rejoicing there will be. Yeah, well, no, yeah. I left their asses back here so that I wouldn't forget who it was who was talking that it. Yeah. When they thought they had the upper hand. Where you at? You better hope you done deleted yourself. Or has it been longer than 30 days? Y'all, they sure be trying to go ham back here, baby. They thinking they gonna be seen. When I tell you they think that they gonna be seen, yeah. Hold on, let me find one. Where is that one with Letitia James? Yeah, you thought you had, you was ready to see the black woman. Yeah, here it goes. Tish, we love, Tish will love prison time. Brenda Smith. Yeah, let's have a little laffy taffy. Y'all, can we have a little laffy taffy? Huh? Tish will love prison time. BS, fake news, typical. Yeah, look at here. Typical smoking chicken bones because of Letitia James. What did I put? Department of the DOJ spitefully commit fraud on Letitia James. That was the title. And here they go. More BS fake news. Typical smoking chicken bones. Yeah, they thinking they gonna be seen. This channel is nothing but false propaganda. How you feel now, Robert Mills? Yeah, Nick, CD. How you like me now? How you like me now? Who fake? Yeah, who fake now? Huh? How you feeling? Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. What this would say? Remember what she did to Trump? Payback is a bitch. Now payback is she didn't reap nothing. She is found competent. Yeah, she is found unable to be re-indicted. I can't wait to add a message to it today. Trust me, I will be responding today. Let's go. Yeah, I held it there. Absolutely. They kill me thinking I'm going to allow they messages to be seen. I control it. Just like Trump be controlling everything, I control what y'all see over here.
Developments? There are. We have two sources confirming that the grand jury did not agree to indict Letitia James today. That does not mean that the Justice Department.
All right, Mary, have a good one.
To do this, we've sought Department of Justice comment, and they have given us comment and not discussed the grand jury decision, not discussed the details, but have said that there should be no premature celebrations, quote unquote. But our understanding from two sources is that the grand jury did not agree to indict and charge Letitia James with mortgage fraud today.
So that's called no true bill, right? And that doesn't happen very often, but it's been happening a lot. It happened in Washington, D.C. with a lot of...
They sick of them. Y'all hit the like button.
...sought to bring. Is this the first time, Carol, that we know of that it's happened in Norfolk?
You know, I don't know Norfolk as well as I know D.C. and the Southern District of New York, so I can't say with surety, but your summary that this doesn't happen very often is on the money. I remember when we were reporting for our book Injustice that Andrew McCabe was the government was seeking to prosecute him under the first Trump administration, and prosecutors were stunned that there was no true bill in
Thank
that
you,
case,
Mary.
because they couldn't remember a time that had happened before. It's very rare, and to Andrew's point, it's not just rare, it's embarrassing to the Department of Justice.
Very.
Because precisely, they don't just bring cases to win them in the grand jury. They bring cases that are so deafening and obvious and clear and convincing that the probable cause standard is an easy bar to jump.
Stop wasting folk time
Let me
out of
try
spite.
to put this in sort of non-legal context for folks. I actually remember, this is how different the first Trump term is from the second.
Nicole,
I had a source.
I'm
go
sorry
ahead,
to
Carol.
break in. I have to go. I apologize.
Go. If you learn more, wave your arm and come back. I remember being on the phone with a senior Justice Department official when that grand jury in D.C. refused to indict, delivered the no true bill, or refusal to indict Jim Comey, and it was a seismic blow. It reverberated around the Department of Justice. It's a marker or an indication of how shameless or hostage this DOJ leadership is to Donald Trump's political
How
operation.
trifling.
That they don't seem to care that these terribly weak cases are getting rejected by grand juries.
Don't be a
And
jerk.
what is
AunTeaFee
this?
has
How
a
does
lot
this
of
reflect
time
back on
invested.
Ken Bundy and Todd Blanchard?
Thank you.
Well,
Hit the like button.
Going back to what I said about, it would be interesting to have the courts decide the vindictive and selective prosecution claims. If this reporting is accurate that a grand jury refused to find probable cause to indict Letitia James today, that is funding vindictive and selective prosecution. As Carol mentioned and you mentioned, this does not happen. I was a prosecutor for 21 years. I never saw in the district in which I was raised a no true bill. The only time I had ever heard of a grand jury saying no to a proposed indictment is when there was almost collusion where the prosecutor...
It is
actually,
collusion.
sometimes in police cases around the country, you would see that the grand jury didn't vote to charge a police officer, and there was a real odor of that the prosecutor kind of wanted that out. And so they weren't actually rejecting what the prosecutor wanted, they were kind of carrying it out to say, yes, we presented it, but they said no, so it's not our fault. That's the only time that I'd actually ever heard of anything like this, because it shows both vindictive and selective prosecution, and it shows they're not good at it, because they can't even sort of put together a cohesive case. It really is the kind of thing that you can't just say, oh, I blame the judges and I blame the juries every time you lose. At some point, you have to look at a mirror and think, it's not them, it's me. Remember, this is the same department that literally couldn't indict a ham sandwich in the case of someone throwing a sandwich at an agent in D.C. and the grand jury refused to indict there, so it had to be brought as a lesser charge where you didn't have to go through the grand jury. So to me, this is such a black mark on the Department of Justice and a stain on it, and it's something that it carries with them every single time they go to court, where the reason you're seeing the judges reject what's called the presumption of regularity and giving the government the benefit of the doubt is that you're seeing judges, and not so-called Biden judges, not Obama judges. You're seeing judges across the country appointed by Republicans and Democrats, including appointed by Donald Trump in his first term, rejecting what is going on here and finding that the government's representations cannot be believed. And it's this kind of conduct that it leads to that result. But I also think we have an administration that's impervious to self-reflection about what's going on.
Well, self-reflection, yes, but what about all the losing? I mean,
They are losers.
These are people,
okay, let's be clear.
I like to describe Todd Blanche.
He didn't win. He cheated to get in. So he is a loser. What are we doing? This is why. Yeah, he is a loser. He has to cheat. He has to stage. He has to put people in place that he intends for them to do exactly what he wants them to do. Yeah, he's never did anything on his own merit. Yeah, I need for y'all to double tap the face of the screen. When I do this, this means get the likes up. Double tap the face of the screen on your phone. Hit the 3 dots at the top right in the corner. Let's get the likes up. So we got to stop acting like, he's in position to deliver a job because he won square and fair. He did not. Yeah, he did not. And his poor performance, him being a traitor of the United States, he being an attacker of the U.S. citizens, it's just a no. He has failed tremendously. So I don't blame them for throwing it out. And they need to be started being brought up on charges themselves for these fake charges, false, lying, manipulating, wasting our money, taxpayers' money, and then turn around and giving it a blank check to Israel. It's craziest shit ever.
As someone who comes down on the normal side, there's nothing normal about going and sitting with Ghislaine Maxwell, a convicted child sex trafficker who raped underage girls and participated in sex acts with Jeffrey.
And this heifer thinks she needs to be free.
I mean, Chris Christie, of all people, said that's a highly abnormal thing for a deputy attorney general to do. She's now submitted an application for a commutation and a pardon. Under Todd Blanche's leadership, he runs the department, and they're losing. It's Keystone Cops-esque, not to insult the Keystone Cops, but they've got illegally appointed U.S. attorneys who are failing to bring the cases that Donald Trump wants most. And not to separate out the different stories. I mean, the FBI has now got a feud that has spilled into the public about opening a counterterrorism investigation into 6 lawmakers, most of them former members of the military, who told the men and women of the military not to follow any illegal orders days before we find out in the Washington Post about a double tap strike on shipwrecked people in the Caribbean. I mean, what is the United States Department of Justice today, right now?
I would add to that litany, and by the way, you can just go on, but remember that after that interview that the Deputy Attorney General himself conducted, Ghislaine Maxwell was moved to a camp, to a low-level prison facility where the reporting is that she, unlike the other inmates there, is playing like with a puppy that is brought in to make her feel good. And this is somebody who the judge said was participating and complicit in the sexual abuse of women and minors. And that's the judge's term, and sentenced her to 20 years. You also have the Deputy Attorney General announcing in a speech to the Federalist Society that there is a war on judges. And just to be clear, that would include judges like Judge Wilkinson in the Fourth Circuit, a leading conservative who took the government to task in terms of what they were doing with Mr. Abrego Garcia, saying that this was the road to lawlessness. It includes judges like Karen Immergut on the West Coast, who said that what the government's position was in trying to justify the military being used in a domestic setting, that their views were untethered to the facts. That's her words. This is so these so-called rogue judges that get vilified by the likes of Stephen Miller and by the Deputy Attorney General are their own judges. These are people who should be thinking, if you lose them, what is going on? And so it's just a charade. To me, this is a Department of Justice that is just run out of the White House and is a political arm. The final example of that is when Pam Bondi announced on Fox News, I believe it was, that Mr. Abrego Garcia is a terrorist and a bad guy. That sort of tells you everything you need to know about this Department of Justice. Even if that were true, it's irrelevant to whether he was entitled to due process, and the Department of Justice had to comply with a court order that said he could not be removed from this country. And so Pam Bondi knows that. She is a lawyer. She knows very well that what she was saying was a political statement to try and make people not care about him because he was being smeared. But this is the Attorney General of the United States. And so, every single thing that I was taught for 20 years is really gone by the wayside.
Okay, let me get to the last one since y'all don't want to hit the like button. I'm not going to deprive my tea sippers of nothing because y'all want to be a guest and trifling. Yeah, nah. But hold on. It was something else I had pent waiting. Let me see if I can remember. Teeny eeny. Okay, which one was it? I got that one. Demanding. Was it that?
I use PayPal to buy this ticket. I'm paying it off over time. No fees, no interest.
You know what else has no interest?
How do you think the Trump administration is feeling in light of these files seeing the light of day? At least what we know from these leaks or these releases so far.
Yeah. How are they thinking about it? I don't know. There was a bunch of reports about like an emergency meeting about it, I don't see any. I mean, there's still a lot of files to go through. Don't know what's going to be in them. I don't think that the Republican Oversight Committee put out anything that the Trump administration wasn't largely okay with, and it probably was timed with their benefit. Maybe to take the wind out of the sails of the discharge position. I don't know. It is interestingly timed right on top of each other.
Yeah.
But there's
I don't care how the Trump administration is feeling.
I can't, like you said earlier, I can't imagine that it was done just because they're just too risk averse. You know what I mean? That just doesn't sound right. There's got to be something there that they're trying to protect. Now, it does look bad for some of the guys that are near Trump, but once again, there's nothing here that really anchor in on that. I mean, the media will spin it, right? MSNBC is going to make this all a big deal, but I haven't seen the evidence in any of that yet.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, it was him.
Well, we got some breaking news in the Ghislaine Maxwell, Jeffrey Epstein, Trump cover-up conspiracy with a new filing made by Ghislaine Maxwell's lawyers, she being the co-conspirator with Jeffrey Epstein in the child sex trafficking ring. That led to her being sentenced to a 20-year prison sentence on 5 felony counts related to child sex trafficking. She's now informed the court through her current lawyers that she does not want certain aspects of her grand jury material released to the public as part of the Epstein Records Transparency Act that was just signed into law, because she alone, without a lawyer, is going to be filing a writ of habeas corpus to try to get out of jail. Let me break that down for you, folks. It looks like David Oscar Marcus may no longer be representing Ghislaine Maxwell. We can speculate as to what happened there and why he doesn't want to represent her any longer. He certainly is not going to be representing her on the writ of habeas corpus petition strategy, because he said in his letter that she, meaning she alone, pro se, meaning without a lawyer, is going to be filing the petition. That petition gets filed in Texas. Now the question is he bailing out because there's now an ethical conflict between David Oscar Marcus and Ghislaine Maxwell, and he's effectively fired the client because he doesn't agree with the strategy, or he now understands that she lied during her examination by Todd Blanche.
Absolutely.
Todd Blanche and David Oscar
she
Marcus
lied.
are friends. Todd Blanche interviewed her as part of an immunity deal.
Because she lied.
David Oscar effectively fired the client because he doesn't agree with the strategy, or he now understands that she lied during her examination by Todd Blanche. Todd Blanche and David Oscar Marcus are friends. Todd Blanche interviewed her as part of an immunity deal, but David Oscar Marcus was there for it and heard the 8 hours of testimony, now saw the emails that have come out from the Oversight Committee, and I can't help but believe that he thinks that she's a liar. I don't have any inside knowledge on that, but it is weird that he's now saying to the court that there's going to be a writ of habeas corpus petition, but it's going to be done pro se without him. Now, he hasn't withdrawn from the case yet, as of yet, but that is a very strange development in that letter. Now, how did we get here? It's because since the Epstein bill has been passed, the Department of Justice has been running around to various federal court judges trying to get more records out to the public. Judge Engelmeyer has said in the past, in August, when he made his initial ruling, he said, the executive branch, you have all of the documents. I'm worried about the victims. I'm worried about their identity being compromised or them being embarrassed.
And she worried about her safety.
I am telling you that you have all the records in the executive branch. You don't need me to violate the secrecy of the grand jury, and I'm not going to do that. But Bondi, the Department of Justice, through, in this case, the U.S. Attorney's Office in New York, have come back to Engelmeyer and said, look, we now have a congressional law that requires that these things be disclosed. So you should disclose these items, including a long list of categorical things as like almost the exhibit list in the discovery in the Ghislaine Maxwell and Jeffrey Epstein cases that should be released. So the government filed their letter after the judge said, what are you doing to protect the victims? The government filed a letter and said, this is the categories of things we want released. We're in discussions with the victims. The judge said, fine, let me know by the 8th of December what their position is. In the meantime, Ghislaine Maxwell, sort of out of the blue, files her letter saying, I don't have a lawyer anymore when it comes to my writ of habeas corpus petition, arguing some sort of constitutional violation that requires me to be sprung from prison. Now, I also suspect, and I'm glad you're here on Legal AF on Thursday, take a moment, hit the free subscribe button. I also suspect that in this falling out between David Oscar Marcus and Ghislaine Maxwell, which is evident to me by the pro se nature of the writ of habeas corpus, that might also be an orchestrated ruse here between the Department of Justice and Donald Trump and Ghislaine Maxwell, as Donald Trump tries to figure out a way to give Ghislaine Maxwell what she wants, which is a pardon for her child sex trafficking role. Now, Donald Trump always likes to say, well, there's good people on both sides of child sex trafficking, I guess, and trying to paint her to be a victim so that he can have her released as a reward for her saying nice things about Donald Trump. You know how low you've sunk when you need a convicted child sex trafficker to vouch for you as the president of the United States. Let me read to you from the two documents informing the judge that based on the Epstein File Transparency Act being passed, that the act permitted the Attorney General to withhold or redact certain categories of information concerning the identification of victims or their personal and medical information, and the government will confer with counsel for the known victims concerning names and terms for withholding or redaction, so trying to resolve a problem the judge has with you're not protecting the victims. They also go off on a list, which they say is not comprehensive, but this will just give you an idea of the type of information that they want to release to the public. Judicial process obtained during the investigation, like search warrants, financial records, bank accounts, credit checks, brokerage accounts, investment account records, travel records, including private airline passenger logs, grand jury subpoena returns, including from internet service providers, records obtained from various governmental entities, including in the Virgin Islands, school records, search warrant returns, including on computers and telephones and electronic devices, arrest reports and photographs and videos of relevant properties and locations, immigration records, purchase records from online retailers, copies of photographs and other materials produced by third parties, materials produced by the estate of Jeffrey Epstein. Now you notice they don't talk about the safe. What about the safe that Jeffrey Epstein said the search warrant was executed on that contained the photographs of naked women and girls? Where's the safe? So they go over that catalog. Then we get the letter out of the blue addressed to Judge Engelmeyer from David Oscar Marcus at the law firm of Marcus and Moss in Miami, which just got filed yesterday, which says, understanding that President Trump has signed the Epstein Transparency Act into law, Ms. Maxwell does not take a position regarding the government's request to unseal the grand jury transcripts and modify the protective order. At the same time, Ms. Maxwell respectfully notes that shortly she will be filing a habeas petition pro se, releasing the grand jury materials from her case, which contain untested and unproven allegations, would create undue prejudice so severe that it would foreclose the possibility of a fair retrial should her habeas petition succeed. But that begs the question, what happened to David Oscar Marcus, and why is the lawyer no longer representing Ghislaine Maxwell? I don't even know what grounds for the habeas petition would be. She had a fair trial. 12 jurors convicted her. She took an appeal. She didn't argue that she didn't get a fair trial. She didn't argue that there was any error, prosecutorial misconduct, abuse of power, evidence problems with witness testimony, problems with documents that should have been let in that weren't, documents that were let in that shouldn't. None of that. All she argued on appeal, therefore I think waiving her habeas corpus petition's grounds, is that she should have benefited from a non-prosecution agreement entered into by Jeffrey Epstein, which never mentioned her name, that she was not a party to, that was signed down in Florida. That lost on appeal to the United States Supreme Court. It lost on appeal to the Second Circuit. So how is, just because she's in Texas doesn't mean she's going to be able to gin up a new avenue to get herself sprung from jail. But again, this could all be a ruse where Donald Trump's people are telling her, file the writ of habeas corpus, and then we'll give you a pardon. You see how that's working. And maybe David Oscar Marcus is like, I'm out. I'm not participating in this. We'll have to continue to follow it. I'm glad you're here. I will follow it doggedly here on Legal AF. So until my next report, I'm Michael Popak. And I got some big news for our audience. Most of you know me as the co-founder of Midas Touches Legal AF. and the Legal AF YouTube channel, or as a 35-year national trial lawyer. Now, building on what we started together on Legal AF, I've launched an...
One more about Patel. Timothy. Who is Timothy? Oh, Lord. I am not going to entertain somebody who know he just lost with Comey and what's that other guy name? With Letitia James. We're just not gonna play that game. Okay, this is the last one. Nope, not gonna play the game.
If you have been looking for scratch-made pasta taste without the price tag of takeout, I found the Marie Callender's Chicken Parmigiana Bowl to be the perfect, delicious...
The day after Kirk was assassinated, Patel goes to the crime scene. He refused to get off the FBI jet without an official bureau jacket, without an FBI windbreaker. I think I did it for 8. Which he did not have on him. So I
think I have it set for 8 for oh girl.
Yeah, right? Hashtag priorities. So, Kash Patel is at FBI Jacket Gate. That's what's happening. I don't know if you heard.
Apple, what? Hold on.
But Kash Patel, which he did not have on. The day after Kirk was assassinated, Patel goes to the crime scene. He refused to get off the FBI jet without an official bureau jacket, without an FBI windbreaker, which he did not have on him. So
hashtag priorities, Jimmy.
How do you... Yeah, right? Hashtag priorities. So, Kash Patel, it's at FBI Jacket Gate. That's what's happening. I don't know if you heard.
Jacket Gate.
But Kash Patel wouldn't get off the plane in Utah at the Charlie Kirk crime scene because he didn't have an FBI windbreaker. Until they found him an FBI windbreaker, they did find a windbreaker for him, and it was a woman-sized medium.
He couldn't do his job without a jacket.
That adds up.
I'm telling you, the gay rumors, I believe, are real, and nothing.
The gay rumors.
Away from that.
He said the gay rumors.
So there it is. Kash Patel speaks during his press conference near the spot where 2 National Guardsmen were shot. I'm watching. There he is. He's got his FBI hat. He's got his FBI coat. You can see FBI down there. FBI sources criticize Kash Patel in leaked report.
Jerk off motion.
So there's a new report, and it's by, I guess, retired FBI people, which I don't put that much faith in, but it seems like there's a lot of reports coming out that are anti-Kash Patel, and it seems like they're getting ready to get rid of him. Seems like Trump's getting ready to get rid of Kash Patel. A new report details various issues at the FBI under Direct Kash Patel and Dan Bongino. According to the New York Post, the 115-page report includes criticism of Patel from active duty and retired FBI agents and analysts, with one source describing the Bureau as a rudderless ship under the first-year director. The report consists of analysis of the FBI from February 21 through August 21, the first 6 months of Patel's tenure.
What bullshit. The rudder has the star of Jeffrey Epstein on it. Of course they're being directed.
Nature
it's
and
like
life.
on him. It's like blaming Doge on Elon. Trump is in charge, assholes. That's his fault. He's subservient to Israel.
One source described Patel as in over his head, while another said Bongino is something of a clown. Patel, who served as a principal deputy director of national intelligence and chief of staff to former active blah blah blah. One source said he lacks their so they're shitting on him. So
I feel like I wrote this report. Bongino clown. Yeah, I get it.
Both Bongino and were both criticized in the report for spending too much time on social media and public relations. One source of criticism of Patel was his behavior in the aftermath of the September 10th fatal shooting of Charlie Kirk. Upon arriving in Provo, Utah, this is the part of the story I really want to focus on. The day after Kirk was assassinated, Patel goes to the crime scene. He refused to get off the FBI jet without an official bureau jacket, without an FBI windbreaker, which he did not have on him. So
hashtag priorities, Jimmy.
How do you, yeah, right? Hashtag priorities. You can buy an FBI windbreaker off Amazon. You can even get a hat and everything. Was he too busy? What was he too busy? What? I don't know.
So it's that important to him, but he didn't have it with him.
So,
right.
Yeah.
Why didn't he have it with him?
FBI special agent at the Salt Lake City field office found Patel a medium-sized jacket.
A kitty cat.
Belonging to a female agent.
Adds up, yep.
A cat's
Patel
meow.
then noted that the two areas on the upper sleeves did not have Velcro patches attached. Two FBI SWAT team members, the report says, gave the director their patches at the airport.
So nobody believes my intel that he's gay, because I don't know how much more confirmation you need from this.
So here's how it went down. The FBI director, Kash Patel, in the FBI raid jacket. According to Alpha 99, FBI director Kash Patel arrived at the Provo airport in Provo, Utah on September 11th. Alpha 99 said that after his plane landed, FBI director Kash Patel would not disembark from the plane without an FBI raid jacket. Based on Alpha's 99 reporting, FBI director Kash Patel apparently did not have his own FBI raid jacket with him and refused to step from the plane without wearing one. Alpha 99 went on to say many FBI special agents and other FBI personnel were busy working in the aftermath of the assassination of Charlie Kirk, and that FBI personnel had to stop and ask around to find an FBI raid jacket, a medium-sized one that would fit FBI Director Kash Patel. Alpha 99 said there were many large and extra-large FBI raid jackets available. Finally, according to Alpha 99, FBI personnel searching for a medium-sized FBI raid jacket that would fit FBI Director Kash Patel finally found one. That raid jacket belonged to one of the female FBI special agents.
This is catty.
Alpha 99 said the raid jacket belonging to the female FBI special agent was then delivered to FBI Kash Patel on the plane, but he was inspecting the jacket. But as he was inspecting the jacket, he noticed two areas of the upper sleeves near the shoulders that did not have the Velcro patches attached. Alpha 99 said the FBI director's Kash Patel then reportedly said he would not leave the aircraft until he had two patches to cover those areas. Members of the FBI SWAT team took patches off their uniforms and ran those patches over to the FBI director at the airport. The patches were then attached to the loaner FBI raid jacket, and FBI Director Kash Patel disembarked from the plane.
He's a real duchess, huh?
Wow. He should have stepped out wearing a barbecue apron and said, "Hey, you caught me while I was cooking for the family because I'm so American. Who doesn't love barbecue?"
He and my beard beside wife were just making up burgers for everybody.
Hey, if you mock him for wearing women's clothing, you're just a transistor. Patel is also accused in the report of giving premature public remarks amid the investigation into the shooting and for taking credit for the work of other agencies when the suspect, a 22-year-old Tyler Robinson, was taken into custody.
Wait, what other agencies? He turned himself in, assholes. You're all useless.
I know.
Except for covering up crime. Not even good at that.
No, they're not.
Here he is from September 10th. The subject for the horrific shooting today that took the life of Charlie Kirk is now in custody. Thank you for the local and state authorities in Utah for your partnership with the FBI. So that was wrong. They didn't have him in custody. By the way, he was tweeting that from an Italian restaurant in Manhattan, which is nice. Very.
Was he with his girl or with Muldoon, the guy he likes?
Very, very hard to get into Italian restaurant. But
Rayo's? Was it Rayo's?
$500 a plate or something.
It's hard to get into.
It is hard to get into. Here he is. And then here he was. The subject in custody has been released after an interrogation by law enforcement. Our investigation. So there he was. So this is exactly his premature public remarks. That's what they're referring to.
Hey,
when
doctor.
he said we got him, and then he had to say, hey, no, we don't got him.
So he's just a figurehead actor like the rest of them. That's all this stuff. Hey, where's my makeup and costume? I'm not going on the stage unless my shit's right. The main takeaway of this is what an act this whole thing is. Because he's worried about, Charlie Kirk getting killed is kind of a big deal, I would think, especially to a Republican-appointed FBI guy, right?
You would
but
think.
no, he's worried about his patches.
So after announcing they had the suspect in custody, a disheveled FBI director, Kash Patel, vows to
all of this while he had on the wrong
capture the subject
jacket. That ain't even his jacket.
In just 33 hours, they caught him, Jimmy. I mean, after he turned himself in.
He got that FBI thing off a female agent, the jacket, and it still makes him look like Kenny from South Park. But here we go.
You can see behind me, we have assembled the full force of both the federal and state and local law enforcement agencies to bring bear all of our resources to make sure we find the perpetrators responsible for this heinous act. And make no mistake, they will be brought to justice.
Clown.
Behold the H-1B visa FBI director.
Clown.
This is the full force. That's the full force.
Look at them all sitting there like they can't believe they have to be part of this pageant.
That's the full force.
Oh.
Sorry, guys. I wish I had written a better speech, but I was busy trying to find a jacket.
Yeah, they laughing at you. Clown.
Okay, sweetie.
LOL, Kash Patel and the FBI taking credit for finding Charlie Kirk's alleged killer, Tyler Robinson, when it actually was his family who turned him into authorities. Yes, that's
and they said that ain't even true.
Well, the main thing was that as long as he said the number 33 over and over again, like a Freemason fuck that he
So furthermore, the FBI director allegedly yelled at Robert Bowles, an FBI special agent in charge, amid frustrations with the investigation. The report is set to be presented to the Senate and House Judiciary Committee this week. Representative Eric Swalwell of California, who sits on the House Judiciary Committee, said Monday
they all need to be
on
fired
Twitter,
and replaced.
I don't mind that Kash Patel had to wear a woman-sized medium jacket to cosplay as someone in charge. I just wish he'd focus on stopping the rampant domestic terror happening. So there you go.
Swalwell. Yeah, I know you don't have a problem with that part, Swalwell.
See you in Valhalla.
Swalwell banging a Chinese
Valhalla.
Yeah, he's the one that was like farted on camera while he's blathering. His most annoying face I think I've ever seen.
Wasn't he? But I'm serious. Didn't he?
Yes.
He did get caught banging a Chinese spy.
The two choices in America of your parties are the China party and the Israel party. That's it.
Yeah. Seen here, cosplay reenactor on screen, Diva Kash Patel, wearing the coveted FBI Velcro SWAT patch, responsible for his dressing room hissy fit and crash out. There it is.
whole diva.
Well, Swalwell's right that it's just he's a puppet. I mean, he's just doing an act. I need my hair right. I mean, what else do you need to hear from this guy to know what the deal is? Hegseth isn't in charge of his thing, and this little punk ain't in charge of his thing.
And let's remember who Kash Patel really is, as our good friends from Due Dissidence played this video the other day. Here it is.
Hey, the FBI has Epstein's list. They're sitting on it. That doesn't seem like something you should do. You're protecting the world's foremost predator. That seems like an evil thing to do, regardless of who may be embarrassed in the release of that list. Why is the FBI protecting the greatest pederast in human history?
Simple, because of who's on that list. You don't think that Bill Gates is lobbying Congress night and day to prevent the disclosure of that list?
Bill Gates.
You've seen most of the files. Who, if anyone, did Epstein traffic these young women to, besides himself?
Himself. There is no credible information. If there were, I would bring the case yesterday.
Okay, so there's why Kash Patel is the biggest joke we've seen in a long time.
He's the biggest
some more to that
loser.
Epstein thing, but I guess nothing's there. The draft was coming sometimes.
So before he was FBI director, he's like, well, the reason why they're not releasing the list is because of whose names are on it, and they've been lobbying Congress nonstop to get them to not release it. And then as soon as he gets power, he's like, nope, nothing to see here.
Yeah.
So that's why he's the biggest joke.
Biggest ass. Okay, y'all. I'll be back around 8:30. Peace out. Can y'all hit the like button on the way out? Hit the like button on the way out. Hit the like button on the way out. Hit the like button on the way out. Can y'all do that for me, please? Can you do that for me, please? Thank you. 205 people in the house. If you did not tap the like button coming in, you know, like on your face of your phone, can you go on the face of your phone? Can you do that for me? If not, please don't come back when the tea tonight. Oh, let me see what time I got it. I can't see. Okay, I'll be back.